I guess my first experience with end-of-life issues were my folks. They lived to be quite old, and even though they had ample time to prepare for their passing, they just really didn't want to talk about it. My father had a couple family plots in Sioux City, and that's about as far as it went. And I stopped in at Luken's, and it was just a very nice place. They had the displays they had were very well laid out, and Rick Garvey was quite helpful. He seemed to understand the predicament I was in, and especially since my folks were probably older and more traditional, he immediately began to show me some things and pictures and so forth that were probably somewhere in my father and mother's desires. So we picked out a stone, and we picked out some designs and passed them by my sister and my two daughters, and things went very, very well, and we were very pleased about that. And then Yvonne passed away, my wife. She was too young, and we were on vacation in Arizona. So now a whole new set of challenges arose. I was very upset, and my thinking wasn't very clear, and everybody assured me that that was normal. And so as we took care of the funeral and all those necessary arrangements, we found again, or I found the challenge that suddenly my immediate family needed to make some kind of arrangements for a monument and for things like that. And so again, I went down and talked to Rick Garvey, and I said, well, here's the predicament. What do you think we ought to do? And he says, well, why don't you guys take your girls and then see if you can get them to go and visit some cemeteries and take a look at what monuments are there, sort of what people are looking at, what they want to do, how things go. I returned to Luken in Sioux City because it's convenient for me, and I sat down and discussed my predicament, sort of my feelings, what I really was unsure about, particularly trying to convey my daughter's wishes. My daughters were quite pleased with what we had shown as a preliminary design. They thought it was very nice. The Sioux City office contacted the Yankton office, and I was able to go and visit the Yankton office and talk to Scott Luken. Scott is a professional artist, I call it that, and he was able to show me what the industry does now compared to what they used to do. They still do traditional stone work, but some of the stuff on our stone, it will be done by a laser computer machine, and we were very pleased about that. I guess we really appreciate Luken's just simply because of the experience we've had with them. My very first session with Dad's was very helpful for me. It was a very trying time for me. I was the primary caretaker for Mom and Dad, so I had plenty on my plate at the time. And so I didn't really need or want to do as much as was necessary. And I was very happy that Luken had the information to provide to me, so that I just simply had to yes or no. I did look at other places. They had some nice monuments. There were good products out there, but the difference in the personnel and the way they presented the services made all the difference for us.